action taking place today, and in that one, Evelyn Ashford will be seeking for her second gold medals. Candace Cable is the lady, 427 in lane 1. We just featured Sharon Hedrick of the United States is right there in lane 2. Angela Ayariti of Canada, and then Monica Saker of Sweden is in lane 4. Ingrid Lauritsen of Denmark in lane 5. And then in lane 6, the third American, Saka Hunter, 14-year-old amputee from Washington. In lane 7, we have Connie Hansen from Denmark. And in lane 8, we have Anna Maria Orvefors of Sweden. Marty LaQuarrie, our expert commentator, track and field throughout the Olympics, joining us up here in the booth. And no doubt a couple of minutes upcoming in the lives of these people, Marty, that they will never forget.
It seems to me that some of them seem to be much more nervous than the normal Olympic athletes out there on the field. They haven't been in front of crowds like this, and perhaps haven't had as much experience in a track race. Marathons and 10K road races have wheelchair divisions, but that's an entirely different situation than they'll be going through here, where they'll have to stay in lanes around that first turn and then cut for the pole. You notice the vehicles they're using are not your normal wheelchairs. They take the tires off of racing bikes. They use the tires and tubes from racing bikes, sew up tires with very high pressure to cut down on the friction.
On your marks.
And there's no added weight at all, or excess weight on those machines.
Candace Cable in lane 1. And the race is underway. And Saka Hunter in lane 6 told her friends that she would be going to the Olympics. And they said, well, you must mean the Special Olympics. And she said, nope, I'm going to the Olympics.
To get some kind of an idea as to how fast they're going, they may finish this race in about 2 minutes, 20 seconds. So it's about the same speed that they would run at a good high school half mile. I know that they're no match for Steve Scott, but I consider myself in pretty good shape. And if I got down there today, I wouldn't be able to keep up with them.
You know, there's some tactics involved in this too, Marty and Al. You see a little bit of drafting, and it can be a little dangerous. Jim Knab, as a matter of fact, one of the better men's competitors, flipped his bike in the trials, and he missed the competition, and it could have been very serious. He came out without an injury, but nevertheless, they have good speed, as you mentioned.
Boy, there's some serious drafting going on there for first place, and it does combine the elements of a track race and a bicycle race. You don't have bicycle races on a quarter-mile track like this, so it does combine both of those elements. It's interesting. They've broken up the two packs, and now we're going to see some bumping as the leader tries to hold off.
That's Sharon Hedrick of the United States, and the drafting is being done by Monica Saker of Sweden. So there they are, 1 and 2, with over a lap complete, 800 meters. So the next time around, they will be crossing the finish line.
They've got the great center of gravity. They've got their wheels canted. We saw on that rear shot, they've got the wheels canted. Kind of looks like an overloaded Volkswagen, but that's good for their center of gravity. They should be able to really control that vehicle when they veer out to pass. The drafting in the back, they're just all going for it. They're chasing. They're not worrying about any drafting. The race for first place is really the titan.
Yeah, Marty, we ought to point out, too, Al, if you could, the tremendous conditioning of these athletes. I mean, they train. We pointed out the Candace Cable as won a couple of Boston Marathons in the wheelchair division. They are strong, they're powerful, and they take a great deal of pride. They go to win this thing.
Well, and there goes Sharon Hedrick, Frank, moving way out in front. Listen to this crowd respond. She may set the world record. I think she's going to shatter it, as a matter of fact.
She's going to blister it out.
Look at that, 2:15.60, and you can hear the response of the crowd. Monica Saker winding up in second place as she shatters the world record by better than 2.5 seconds. Big crowd at the Coliseum on another gorgeous day, saluting these athletes as Sharon Hedrick of the United States. This is officially, by the way, a demonstration sport, as is the case with baseball and tennis. So the Olympic gold medals are not awarded, but special commemorative medals will be awarded to the finishers. Sharon Hedrick, the lady who finishes first.
Shattered her own record, it was, Al.
Yep. Broke her own mark, and not often, Frank, do you see a a world record bettered by that much, but I guess that crowd gave her that little extra, whatever it took, because she came flying in and really shattered the old mark.
You'll see a lot of numbers coming down in the years to come because, first of all, it's becoming very popular throughout the country. It's being totally accepted. They were part of the torch as it was carried across the United States, these physically challenged people. And as more and more athletes get into it, you are going to see many of these records start to drop and drop dramatically. All right, there she is. Sharon Hedrick has taken the women's portion of the competition with the Coliseum this morning in the 800 meters world record time. We'll be back with the men in a moment.